You know, your body has this hidden superhighway. It's this incredible communication network that controls, well, literally everything you do and feel. And today, we're going to dive into how your spine and all those nerves branching from it, they're basically the master keys to unlocking your overall health.
So let's kick things off with a feeling I bet a lot of you know way too well. That feeling of being wired but tired, right? You're constantly on. Your mind is just buzzing. You're probably a little stressed, but at the same time, you are physically just drained. Well, I'm here to tell you that's not just in your head. There's a real biological reason for this, and it's buried deep inside your nervous system.
All right, so here's the game plan for this explainer. We'll kick off with the modern health dilemma. Then we'll meet your body's master controller. After that, we'll see what happens when that communication breaks down, how we can restore the signal, and finally, how this all comes together to unlock your whole body health.
Okay, Section 1, the modern health dilemma. Let's get right into the hidden and very real cost of living in a culture that, just never seems to switch off.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Digestion that's just never quite right. Or maybe you find yourself taking way longer to calm down after something stressful, feeling emotionally reactive, super tired all the time, or that classic brain fog. Do any of those ring a bell? See, these aren't just random disconnected problems. They're direct signals. Think of them like warning lights flashing on your body's dashboard, all telling you the same thing. Your system is under way too much stress.
So, what's really causing the system overload? Well, to figure that out, we've got to meet the master controller of your entire body, your nervous system. Seriously, think of it as the CEO, the power grid, and the internet for your body, all rolled into one. It's running the whole show.
And at the very core of this system is this concept called innate intelligence. Now, don't let the name fool you. This isn't some mystical, woo-woo thing. It's pure biology. It's that incredible, built-in wisdom your body has. You know, the part that heals a cut, fights off a cold, or keeps your heart beating without you ever having to think about it. That amazing, self-healing, self-regulating power, it's all orchestrated by your nervous system.
Okay, let's break this down. Your nervous system basically has two main modes, and the easiest way to think about them is like the pedals in a car. You've got the sympathetic system, that's your gas pedal. It's your fight or flight response, totally essential for survival. Then you have the parasympathetic system, that's your brake pedal. This is your rest and digest mode. It's where all the healing and repair happens. Now, here's the problem. Our modern world, with its endless deadlines and notifications, has our foot just slammed on the gas pedal 24/7, and we're kind of forgetting how to even use the brake.
So, what actually happens when that always-on state starts to create real physical problems? Well, you get interference. That crystal-clear communication signal flying between your brain and your body, it starts to get fuzzy. It breaks down.
And a major source of this interference is something called a vertebral subluxation. Now hold on, this isn't some huge dramatic dislocation. It's much more subtle. Think of it as a small misalignment in the spine, or maybe a joint that's just stuck and not moving the way it should. But that subtle issue can put a ton of stress and pressure on the super delicate nerves right in that area.
Here's the perfect way to picture it. Imagine your nervous system is a garden hose, and it's delivering all these life-giving signals from your brain to your body. A subluxation is like a kink in that hose. Yeah, some water, some information might still trickle through, but the signal is weak, the flow is all messed up, and there's just no way the garden, your body, can truly thrive like that.
And where this interference happens is absolutely critical. A huge one is the upper neck, right at the top of the spine where the vagus nerve comes out of the skull. This one nerve, man, it's a superhighway of calm. It's what controls your ability to chill out. It influences your heart rate, your breathing, your digestion. It basically runs your entire brake pedal system. So you can imagine a kink right there at the source, it's going to have massive, massive downstream effects on everything else.
All right, so how do we fix this whole mess? It's actually pretty simple in concept. If the problem is a roadblock messing with your body's signal, then the solution is to remove that roadblock. Get it out of the way and let the communication system get back to doing its job.
And this is the exact goal of a chiropractic adjustment. Look, it's not about cracking bones. It's a very precise, very specific force applied to a joint to help it get its proper motion back. The whole point, the ultimate goal, is to take that kink out of the garden hose, to reestablish a clear, open line of communication between the brain and the body.
And hey, this isn't just some theory. We can actually measure it. There are studies using something called heart rate variability, which is basically the gold standard for measuring how balanced your nervous system is. And they've shown a whopping 31% increase in that brake pedal activity right after an adjustment to the neck. I mean, that's a real, measurable, physiological shift toward a state of healing and recovery. It's proof that your body is hitting the brakes.
And this all leads to a really key idea. And this quote just nails it. An adjustment can help clear the communication pathway, absolutely. But to keep that pathway open and healthy for the long run, we've got to use it. And the #1 way we do that is through movement. And that brings us to our final and honestly most crucial piece of the puzzle: unlocking your body's full potential by understanding why movement really is the best medicine out there.
See, movement is so much more than just building muscle or burning calories. Every single time you move, you are sending a flood of sensory information from your body back up to your brain. It's this constant conversation, this back and forth, that keeps your brain sharp, engaged, and, accurately mapped to the world.
Now, this constant feedback loop has a cool name. It's called proprioception. You can just think of it as your body's internal GPS. It's the reason you can touch your nose with your eyes closed, right? Your brain just knows where your nose is. And the more you move, and especially the better your spine moves, the clearer and more accurate that GPS signal becomes.
And the benefits for your brain are just astounding. Movement literally lights up the learning and focus centers in your brain. It boosts all those feel-good neurochemicals like serotonin and dopamine. It can even help you grow new brain cells. It's basically like fertilizer for your neurons. A healthy, moving spine is a sensory organ, and it's feeding your brain the high-quality information it's starving for.
And the best part, you don't even need a gym to get started. Here are 4 super simple but powerful movements you can do to improve that brain-body connection. First up, chin tucks. These are fantastic for pulling your head back over your shoulders and fighting that dreaded tech neck. Second, the cat-cow stretch. This is amazing for getting mobility back into your whole spine. Third, something called Brugger's Relief. This is the perfect midday reset to open up your chest and reverse that slouching you do at your desk. And finally, wall angels. They're incredible for improving control in your upper back and shoulders. And remember, these aren't just stretches. They are powerful ways to send better signals straight to your brain.
This quote really just reframes the entire conversation around health, doesn't it? It suggests that real wellness isn't about adding more stuff in, another supplement, another superfood. It's about removing the obstacles that are getting in the way of your body's own natural ability to be healthy.
And honestly, that's the ultimate takeaway here. Your body already has the blueprint for wellness. It was literally designed to rest, to digest, to heal, and to thrive. Our job is just to get the interference out of the way, to create an environment where that amazing blueprint can finally be fully expressed.
So, I'll leave you with this one question. After everything we've talked about, from that stuck gas pedal to the kink in the garden hose, just take a second and think about your own health. Is your body's communication superhighway clear and running smoothly? Or could there be some roadblocks holding you back from feeling your absolute best? Thanks so much for joining me for this explain.